In a world obsessed with productivity and achievement, understanding motivation has never been more crucial. However, what if everything we thought we knew about motivation was wrong? This article delves into groundbreaking research that challenges conventional wisdom about what truly drives human behavior and how we can harness this knowledge to unlock our full potential. The motivation paradox. When rewards backfire, our traditional understanding of motivation often revolves around a simple equation: reward good behavior, punish bad behavior. This carrot-and-stick approach has been the foundation of educational systems, workplace policies, and personal development strategies for generations. But what if this fundamental assumption is flawed? The monkey puzzle experiment. In the mid-20th century, a psychology professor at the University of Wisconsin conducted a fascinating experiment with 8 monkeys. The monkeys were given puzzles to solve, which they eagerly tackled without any external rewards. They simply enjoyed the process of problem-solving. Curious about the impact of rewards, the professor introduced raisins as a reward for completing puzzles. Surprisingly, this led to a decrease in performance. The monkeys became less efficient at solving puzzles and gave up more quickly. This counterintuitive result challenged the prevailing theories of motivation at the time. The human puzzle experiment. 2 decades later, another study expanded on this concept, this time with human subjects. Participants were divided into 2 groups. Group A initially solved puzzles without rewards, then received monetary compensation, and finally returned to no rewards. Group B solved puzzles without rewards throughout the experiment. The results were eye-opening. When Group A was paid, their interest and time spent on puzzles increased. However, when the payment was removed, Group A's interest plummeted below their initial level. Meanwhile, Group B showed a steady increase in interest and time spent on puzzles throughout the experiment. These experiments reveal a profound truth about human nature. External rewards can sometimes undermine our intrinsic motivation to engage in tasks we would otherwise find enjoyable or fulfilling. The 2 types of motivation. Author Daniel Pink, in his groundbreaking book, Drive, expands on these findings, identifying 2 distinct types of motivation. 1. Extrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation relies on external factors to drive behavior. It's the traditional carrot-and-stick approach we're all familiar with. At school, good grades for studying, detention for misbehavior. At work, raises and promotions for good performance, termination for poor performance. While extrinsic motivation can be effective in the short term, it often leads to diminishing returns. Pink likens it to lighting a fire with gasoline. It creates a quick, intense flame but burns out rapidly and requires constant refueling. 2. Intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation, on the other hand, comes from within. It's the drive to do something because it's inherently interesting, enjoyable, or aligned with our values. Pink compares this to a campfire built with solid, slow-burning logs. It may take longer to start, but it provides a steady, long-lasting energy source. Examples of intrinsic motivation include playing an instrument purely for the joy of music and self-improvement, volunteering to help others without expectation of reward, exercising because you enjoy the activity and how it makes you feel. The 3 pillars of intrinsic motivation. Pink identifies 3 key components that fuel intrinsic motivation. 1. Autonomy. Autonomy is about having control over our work and lives. It encompasses 4 key areas: time when we work, task what we work on, technique, how we complete our work, team who we work with. Historical giants like Einstein, Da Vinci, and Picasso didn't achieve greatness because someone micromanaged their schedules and methods. They had the freedom to pursue their passions in their own way. In modern contexts, companies like Google have tapped into this by allowing employees dedicated time to work on personal projects, leading to innovations like Gmail and Google News. 2. Mastery. Mastery is the urge to get better at something that matters to us. It's about the satisfaction we derive from improving our skills and being recognized for our accomplishments. To achieve mastery, engage in deliberate practice, seek feedback, be consistent, showing up repeatedly despite setbacks. The key to mastery lies in finding tasks within the Goldilocks zone. Not too easy, not too hard, but just right to challenge and engage us. This sweet spot often triggers a state of flow, where we become fully immersed in an activity, losing track of time and self-consciousness. 3. Purpose. Purpose is about connecting our actions to something larger than ourselves. It's the desire to make a positive impact on the world. Having a sense of purpose explains why some entrepreneurs prioritize social impact over maximizing profits. Individuals leave high-paying jobs to work for nonprofits or volunteer abroad. People persist in challenging tasks when they believe in the greater good of their work. Purpose as an intrinsic motivator can drive us to achieve things that external rewards never could. It provides the resilience to overcome obstacles and the passion to persist when extrinsic motivations falter. Applying the new science of motivation. Understanding these principles of motivation can revolutionize how we approach work, education, and personal development. Here are some ways to apply this knowledge. Rethink reward systems. While not eliminating extrinsic rewards entirely, consider how they might be undermining intrinsic motivation. Look for ways to acknowledge good work without relying solely on external incentives. Foster autonomy. Whether you're a manager, teacher, or parent, find ways to give others more control over their time, tasks, techniques, and teams. This might involve flexible working hours, self-directed projects, or collaborative decision-making processes. Encourage mastery. Create environments that support continuous learning and improvement. Provide opportunities for skill development, constructive feedback, and recognition of progress. Connect to purpose. Help individuals see the bigger picture of their work or studies. Communicate how their efforts contribute to larger goals or benefit others. Encourage personal reflection on values and long-term aspirations. Design for flow. Structure tasks and projects to hit the sweet spot between challenge and skill level. This might involve breaking large projects into manageable chunks or gradually increasing difficulty as skills improve. Cultivate intrinsic interests. Explore and nurture genuine interests and passions. These intrinsically motivating activities can become powerful drivers of personal and professional growth. Conclusion: rewriting the rules of motivation. The science of motivation challenges us to rethink fundamental assumptions about what drives human behavior. By moving beyond the simplistic carrot and stick model and embracing the power of autonomy, mastery, and purpose, we can tap into deeper, more sustainable sources of motivation. This shift in understanding has profound implications for how we structure our workplaces, educational systems, and personal development strategies. It invites us to create environments and pursue goals that align with our intrinsic desires and values, rather than relying on external pressures and rewards. As we navigate an increasingly complex and rapidly changing world, the ability to harness our intrinsic motivation will become ever more crucial. By understanding and applying these principles, we can unlock levels of engagement, creativity, and fulfillment that traditional motivational approaches could never achieve. The journey to redefine motivation starts with a simple step: recognizing that the old rules no longer apply. From there, we can begin to explore the vast potential of human drive and reimagine what's possible when we align our actions with our deepest intrinsic motivations.